If what someone says or does actually hurts you or triggers you somewhere within your body, your mind, your soul, then it's probably something true. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Low Budget Wisdom. I'm Marcus, and today we're gonna talk about uncomfortable truths, right? So, have you ever noticed like sometimes something that someone does, or something that someone says, or maybe some opinion that they throw at you regarding yourself or the things that you love or the things that you do, we might sometimes feel like we get disgusted. We are repelled by their opinions about what they think about us, or how they do something. We are repelled by that, and we feel a certain way. Might not be a good way, but we feel a certain way when they do something like that. And if someone quote unquote criticizes you or tells you their thoughts about how they feel about you, and it makes you feel mad or uncomfortable, then what if there is some truth to that? And that's why it triggers you, right? Let me give you an example of some opinion or thoughts that actually doesn't wouldn't affect you. All right. So, for example, you do not have long hair and you do not have long blue hair. The color of your hair is not blue; it's black, like mine, for example. And someone suddenly comes up to you, whether it's a stranger, a friend, or family member, that person comes up to you and says, I don't like your long blue hair. It looks disgusting. Would you get offended, knowing full well that you do not have long black hair? Let's say you have hair like mine, right? And someone says, Ugh, I don't like the texture of your hair. It's too long, and I don't like the color. It's red. I don't like the color red. So that's why I don't like your hair. If someone were to say that to me, I'll probably be more confused rather than angry. I'll probably be looking at this person like, are you all right in the head? Because I do not have long hair. I do not have blue hair. I do not have red hair. So why are you a bit cuckoo? Are you crazy? I'll be reacting like that in my mind more than being offended or triggered in any way, right? So this whole idea is the same thing applied to yourself. So next time when someone says something or does something that triggers you, makes you upset, really try to pause for a short moment and reflect, like, why does this thing that this person said to me, why does it trigger me so much? Where is this trigger coming from? It is real. You're perceiving it. You're experiencing that trigger. You can never run away from it. You can bury it, or like shove it under a rug and then hope that it disappears one day, but it never does. It will always find certain situations and ways to kind of like come out again. It seeps through the cracks. You can never lock it or bury it deep enough that it just goes away on its own. So every time that it comes up, in whatever way that is, it is usually the same. It is the root cause of that trigger. It usually comes from the same root cause for that particular trigger. So pause for a moment, reflect on yourself, and really ask yourself the important questions, right? All right, go ahead and get mad, react however you want, but after the chaos, go home while you're showering, singing in the shower, or having some, delicious meal, or just lying on bed without doing anything. try not to have like phones that you can scroll hours on end, and then use that as distraction from doing the inner work, from introspecting yourself, from going within. All these distractions, hang out with friends, getting blackout drunk every weekend. It's a distraction. It takes away your time, your energy, and your effort that you could have instead used to do some introspection. I mean, you don't have to write essays about what you feel and why this made you feel this way. And you don't have to write books upon books, pages upon pages, words upon words in order for it to be effective. All you have to do is maybe take 5 minutes. If you don't like writing it down, rehearse it in your mind, like talk to yourself. It might seem crazy if you do it in public, but while you're showering, talk to yourself softly. Like, while you're showering, I wonder why this thing triggered me. John said this thing to me, and I kind of felt, a bit triggered by that. I felt a bit angry. Why is that? Why is that? Just like that. Do it in your shower, and then the answers would pop up. You'll be amazed how easily solutions come to you if you just let go and relax, go with the flow, ask the questions with the intention of really trying to understand and really trying to get the truth of it. At least your truth, right? So go ahead, do some introspection, 5 minutes whenever some event that triggers you, and you caught it. You're aware enough at that moment to catch yourself reacting that way to this particular situation, and then go back and spend 5 minutes. And then the next time you catch yourself doing something that may not be your healthiest choice, then do another 5 minutes of introspection. And every single time we catch ourselves, little by little, we are literally solving and understanding much more deeply who we are as a person. And each time you catch them, each time you have a breakthrough. And little by little, day by day, this becomes it's actually a really fun routine. You're catching yourself doing all these things. And little by little, day by day, month on month, year on year, you wouldn't even recognize yourself 1 year from today, from the time that you're watching this video right now. You wouldn't even remember who you were 1 year from now. The person 1 year older from where you are today would look back at you today, right now, and think, wow, thank God I actually, learned how to be more aware with whatever is happening in my life. No 2 days are the same. Some people say, same old, same old. Monday to Friday, I meet the same colleagues. I walk to the same train station. I take the same bus. I work at the same desk. I work with the same office. I eat the same thing. But they fail to realize that no 2 days are the same. Never. It never works like that. Every day is a surprise. Every day is a new day. It's a new beginning. We die when we sleep. We go into a dream mode, and all of a sudden it felt like 5 minutes, and then you woke up and it's like bright. It's time for work. And then symbolically, you are reborn. Every single day when you go to sleep, you literally die. That old version of you dies as you sleep. I mean, not die literally, but symbolically speaking, you die. And then the next day that you wake up, you can think of it as you are reborn, you are a new person. You may not see massive changes, right? Well, if you wake up the next day and then your whole personality changes 180 degrees, then you know you should probably seek for medical help at some psychiatry or something, you know. But you get reborn every day. That's my point. We all change little by little, little bit by little bit. We don't see the changes in a day as much as in a year. In a year's time, if we look back, we see massive changes. So cut yourself some slack. Don't be too pressured. Do the work. Train on the ability of being aware and staying aware of your surroundings, of how you react to certain situations, or certain people, things that they say. If you get triggered, then most probably there's some truths to that maybe you are trying to bury deep down, or you're not ready to face, or maybe that's just something that you need to introspect and work on a little bit, with a little bit more effort. So it's not a do or die. You have free will. You can choose whether or not you want to be aware. But here's the thing that here's the last point before I end the video, is that doesn't matter if you are aware of what's happening or not. It doesn't matter if you are aware of what are your the traumatic work that you have to work through, the problems or introspection. It doesn't matter if you do any of that. Life goes on exactly as intended. That's my point. So even if you're not aware, life still happens the same way. And it will keep on happening again and again, and you will react in the same manner to the same situations, to the same people, or even different people, but the same situation, similar situations that will cause that trigger to come up again and again and again. And this is what we call karma. Karma is basically a cycle of rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's a wheel, it's a cycle. That's what karma essentially is. Right? So if you're not aware and you don't do introspection and to work on those traumas and work on those problems, or the shadow aspect of yourself, the darker side of yourself, and integrate that with and accepting the dark side of yourself as a part of yourself, right? Then if you don't do that, the karma will keep on repeating until you have made the conscious decision to really learn how to be aware. I've had enough of this. It's always the same people, same situations, and sometimes even different people, but same situations. I'm sick of it. I want to be aware of where this is coming from. I want to be aware of what is the root cause. What is the root cause of these feelings that I'm feeling because of these kind of certain situations. All right. Okay, I will see you in the next one. And thanks for watching. Leave a like if you can, and comment down your thoughts and opinions if you'd like to share, and make sure to subscribe if you're new, and recommend it to someone whom you might think that this video might help. Thanks. See you in the next one. Ciao.